Hello, it's Daniel Mercurio, and I am back on with my magic wand because Facebook Lives are way better if you have something to hold. If you notice, whenever I do my videos, I'm always holding something in my hand, and it keeps me grounded. And for this talk, I just really need to be grounded. So this bad boy. If any of you don't have one of these, they're amazing. It's a selenite wand. I always say cellunite, like the fat cells, but it's a selenite with a Selenite. So this is from Energy Muse. I really like it because what it does is it clears your aura. So it clears the auric field. So grab one of these. Any negative juju that you didn't ask for, clear it away. Just literally. Okay. Now that I'm cleared, let's get clear together. So what's interesting is, things have changed, times have changed, businesses have changed, the way that we operate our lives have changed because everything is so based on the internet, right? If we took away Wi-Fi, if we took away internet connections, we'd be left with, just each other, our bodies, right? Our in-person connections. But now that we have such a beautiful viral space, now that technology has been enhanced in such a way, and I do believe that us being in the Aquarian age has been the reason why we are in such a technological age. The technology is to bring us the tools, the information for us to make our own decisions. And that's where things get a little bit wonky sometimes. We're in such a virtual world, which is amazing, but we're not using the tools and the resources always effectively for our own self. We're using it as a way to cast more judgment, or to compare, or to judge, or to see why it's working for everybody else and it's not working for you. And this is the key to the topic that I want to talk about today. Why are some people going viral and other people aren't? How many of you have seen someone that all of a sudden just, kind of place where sorry, there was an interesting button that just happened. Where people are all of a sudden coming up out of nowhere, right? Like you're like, how did that person get out here so fast? Or how's this person business growing so much? Or you look at their website, you're like, they don't even have a website. Or you look at their Instagram and you're like, this is so confusing. Like, I don't get it. Like, why are they so successful? Why are they getting clients? Why are they making money, right? And to some degree, we don't always know the story, right? We don't, someone could say, oh, I made $10,000 this month, so therefore I'm a six-figure coach. Not quite. Just because you made 10K this month doesn't guarantee that you're going to make 10K the next month, right? So it doesn't always mean that in that fashion. So we see, but there are some people that legit do take off, right? And I've encountered them and I've witnessed them, real legit people that have seemed to have blown up their business overnight. Or it seems like they just kind of got through all of their limiting beliefs and were able to show them what they were doing. So what's the difference here? Why is it that some people are able to have what it is they desire very quickly, and for you it seems like you're just constantly struggling along, constantly kind of being in this space where it's got to be difficult, or it's got to be hard, or it's got to be in this space of struggle, right? It seems like we get so far and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, that came together way too easy. That came together way too fast. I don't know if this is a good idea. Let's make it difficult, because we're wired to make it difficult, because we're wired not to believe we are worthy. Here's something really key I learned from a friend of mine, Brittany, a few days ago. She was talking about the Catholic Mass, and if anyone here Catholic, gone to Catholic Mass more than once, could probably, if need be, recite the whole Mass experience. Well, there's a part where the transformation is happening, where the bread and wine is being converted into the body and blood of Christ. And before that situation goes down, this is what we say: Lord, I am not worthy to receive you. I am not worthy to receive you. For those of you that went to Mass every single week you were standing up in prayer and saying, I am not worthy. I am not worthy to receive. And so what happens is there's this wiring that happens within us that starts to believe that I am not worthy to receive, but only say the word and I shall be healed. Or let me rely on you and then it will be okay. Just give me the okay. Just give me the validation and then we're good. And then we're golden. And it's like, whoa, is that how we should be operating our lives? Is that how we should be moving things forward? I am not worthy, but you give me the credit and we're good. And can you see how that might be blocking you from your goals? How that may be blocking you from going, bigger, bolder, more expansively? Can you see how it's blocking you from fully receiving? Because how can you fully receive if you're not worthy? How can you fully receive if you're only worthy if God gives you the okay? If he says, yep, okay, you're good, check, you did the right thing. right? And this is not me blaming the Catholic Church. This is not me calling anything out in that way. But what I'm saying is I'm noticing a pattern that was developed through that religion. And through that religion, there was this notion of do X, Y, and Z, because as of right now, you were born with original sin. You were already born kind of, so do these things, you'll be purified, and then you'll move things forward. It's a little backwards, it's a little phony. And so what I find that for those that go viral right away, the people that go very quickly, it's because they know automatically that they're worth it, and they know automatically that they're good at what they do. So often I work with individuals and they don't know why they're not converting over the client, or they don't know why they're not making the sale. And it's because a part of them still isn't sure if they're good enough for it yet. Part of them still isn't sure if they're qualified. And so I think we've all got it down that whatever your goal is, you want it really badly. Whatever your big picture is, you see it and it's like, that is really good. Right? Our big pictures are awesome. We can all believe in them. We can all feel them. But the problem is we don't feel worthy of them. Lord, I have this big picture dream, but right now I'm unworthy to receive it. So you say the word and then we're good. And so that's what's happening a lot of times with coaches or anything that you're working on. It could be body stuff. It could be with relationship stuff. This is what I want. This is what I see as possible. But I'm still waiting for the word to get the okay that I'm good, and then I can move things forward. And so I want you to notice in your business, in your life, in your goals, if there are aspects of that. If there are aspects of you still feeling unworthy, or you still feeling like you need to get the word to realize that you can receive. But that's not how it's going to work. How it's going to work is you taking ownership of that big picture now. Being like, Lord, this is my big picture. And this is what I'm meant to do. And because I'm meant to do it, I'm naturally good at it. I'm naturally skilled. I'm naturally gifted. And it will get better and more enhanced as I go. Please keep giving me the clients to continue to help me expand my gift further. Keep giving me the opportunities to receive. Keep giving me the momentum that I need to see these goals move into fruition. You know, for me, I could say I'm a natural speaker. I am. I take to it very well. I love being up on stage. Give me that microphone. Beautiful. But does that mean I don't need speaker training? No, I definitely need speaker training. But what if I was just like, even though I'm a natural speaker, was like, well, I'm not worthy yet. Somebody has to give me the okay. I have to do all these trainings. I have to do all this stuff. No, I have to show up and speak and trust that because I'm a natural speaker, it will be good. And in the meantime, while I'm out there speaking in the world, I'm getting training and help and continuing to enhance my gift. You have to believe that your big picture, your goals, your ideas, the things that you want are naturally already yours. They're naturally your gift. They're naturally your goal. They're naturally the person you're supposed to be with. That's already locked in. The rest is up for you to just be in the motion, in the practice, in the worthiness of it, in the momentum of it. Otherwise, you're just going through the motions of your big picture idea. Otherwise, you're just going through the motions of what you're already naturally gifted in and not allowing yourself to receive, not allowing yourself to be worthy, not allowing yourself to be in the ownership and in the entitlement of what you're meant to do. You can feel entitled for what you're here to do. Now, does that make you feel uncomfortable, being entitled to your gifts? Or is that part of you that's like, ooh, there should be a little guilt around that. There's a little unworthiness around that. And if you're noticing that, I want you to question it and be like, wait, why? Why am I feeling unworthy to be entitled to do the work that I'm supposed to do? Why am I feeling unworthy to be entitled to have a body that's healthy? Why am I feeling that I can't be entitled to have this many children? Why am I feeling that I can't be entitled to make this amount of money? Because I'm supposed to, because I had that idea, I had that hit. And that's my natural gift. My natural gift is to get the intuitive hits of what I'm supposed to do. That's my natural gift. Boom. I get a hit. Danielle, start to do comedy and with your speaking. Boom. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I can be entitled to be a comedy speaker, but you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do it anyway because that's my natural gift. And I know that I am worthy of seeing my natural gifts through. Because I have no other choice. The other choice is to sit back and wonder. The other choice is to sit back and see everybody else that seems to be doing it and not me. Right? How many times have you allowed yourself to fall into victim mentality because you're watching everybody else live out their dreams while you're sitting back and saying, I'm not worthy yet. I can't be entitled to take ownership of that. I will feel too guilty. I still need to hear that I'm good enough. I still need to get credit, validation. So many people are like, I need more practice. I need more practice before I can put myself out there. Then that means you are just going through the motions. That means you're wasting your time. If you keep saying I need more practice, then you're not taking ownership of what you're here to do. Taking ownership of what you're here to do is saying, I am ready now, and I know that in my current readiness, things are going to get even more better, even more expansive. I know I'm a better coach now than I was 3 years ago, but that didn't stop me from being a coach 3 years ago. Where you could tell a potential client, oh, well, I would love to work with you, but I'm not sure if I'm good enough yet. So I'm going to get a little bit more practice. It might take a year or two, and then I'll get back to you. We can work together. How does that sound? Yeah? You in? Does that sound good? Right? If you're trying a new workout program, you're like, I know I need to lose weight, and I know this workout program can help me, but you know what? I'm going to do all the research I can about this program. I'm going to keep reading books. I'm going to watch the videos until I feel like, you know what? I get this. I understand it. Now I can practice. Now I can be in the workout. Tell your personal trainer, I'm going to get back to you in a couple months. I'm going to read up on kinesiology or whatever that's called. They'd be like, you're crazy. You're not ready because there's a part of you that doesn't feel like you're worth it. And so I want you to challenge these parts of you that feel like you're not worth it. And I want you to challenge the parts of you that are still waiting for the word that you are. Okay, going back to that language from Catholic math. Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word and I shall be healed. You have that power. We are in a time now where you say, I am worthy. I am worthy to receive. I say the word and I am healed. How does that feel to say? I am worthy. I am entitled. I am allowed to receive. And in that proclamation, I am healed. And from that space, things start to open up. From that space, things start to expand. From that space, you start to go viral. From that space, you get the phone call of the client that's ready. But it wasn't that you were doing more. It wasn't that you figured out the how. It was that you figured out that you were worthy. It figured out that you were meant to receive. And it's that you figured out that you have a natural gift that has to be shared out with the world, and you're going to freaking show up for it, and you're going to let it happen. There is nothing that you have to do. There is nothing that you have to practice. There is nothing that you have to figure out how. But there is something that you have to be worthy of. And there is something that you have to allow yourself to receive. And there is something that you have to know that you are naturally good at, and you have to allow yourself to do it. It's up to you. It is not up to anybody else. No one's ever going to tell you you're good enough. No one's ever going to tell you you're smart enough. No one's ever going to tell you. You have to allow that yourself. You have to say the word. Okay, we are in a time now where we are not separate from God. God and I are one. So when I ask God to say the word, that's really me saying I got to say the word. If there's something I want to do, I have to say I want to do it. And I have to step into it. And I have to have faith that it will continue to expand and grow as I do. I have to show up for it. How many times have you done something that you were scared of, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, there are so many things I have been nervous about before. And I showed up and then it was like, whew, that wasn't so bad. Or, whew, that was amazing. Or, oh, I learned so much. Or, oh, I just went up a new level because of that, right? You've had those moments because you went for it anyway. But then those moments where you didn't go for it, did you leave it feeling more empowered? Did you feel like you learned more? Those times you held back? And you were like, not now. I need to wait. I need to get more practice. I need to get better at it. Well, when do you start feeling more empowered? When do you start feeling like you learned something? When do you start feeling like you're actually making a momentum in your life? You don't. And so these times that we're in now is looking at not what everybody else is doing and seeing how you can be good enough to match that, but instead allowing yourself to look at what you're doing. And are you good enough to take ownership of your natural gifts and realize that you are worthy and realize that you are meant to receive and realize that you're not looking for anybody else's word but yourself. And when you give yourself that word, you give yourself that permission to move forward and the floodgates open. And that's being in a more feminine way of receiving as opposed to a masculine way of receiving of the how, the do, the ba 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 dee ba da ba da ba da ba do. It's about the mindset and releasing the rules and the stories and the programming that don't serve you and rewiring from your own language, from your own way of being. I can take again that wordage from Catholic Mass. Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word and I shall be healed. Lord, I am not worthy to receive you, but only say the word and I shall be healed. How about Danielle? I am worthy to receive you, and I say the word and I am healed. Danielle, I am worthy to receive you. I say the word and I'm healed. Do that yourself, right? Do that yourself and see what happens. And that's why people go viral. That's why all of a sudden they get a huge following. That's why all of a sudden, they're on a wait list with their clients because they've stepped into that role and said, I'm not trying to figure out the how, I'm not trying to get more practice, I don't really know exactly how it's going to work out, but that's not my role. But my role is to take ownership. My role is to take that initiation of the worthiness of my natural gift. Okay? I didn't get the intuitive hit that I'm supposed to be a baseball player. I suck at it. That's why I have no interest in it. That's why I'm not trying to make that work. That's why I'm not out there in the world failing at being a baseball player. Okay? I got the intuitive hit that part of my natural gifts is to be a coach, is to be a speaker, is to help empower people to step out of the boxes that they've made for themselves and give themselves permission to heal from their word, from their verbiage, from what they're meant to do. And so I do it. And there are days where I don't know how it's going to play out, but that's not my role. My role is to show up for it. My role is to say, I'm opening up my calendar for clients and let them contact me and let it be that simple. But the simplicity comes from my worthiness. The simplicity comes from my ownership in what I'm meant to do. And so this is the time for you to start to initiate that yourself, to start to explore that within your own right, and find the right tools and find the right opportunities and find the right people that can help and support you to do that. Because there was definitely a time where I wasn't doing that. And that was when my business was struggling, because I didn't feel worthy of it. I didn't feel worthy of my business. I didn't feel worthy of my natural gifts. I didn't feel worthy of myself. I didn't feel worthy of the way I was helping people because I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. I wasn't sure if I could handle that responsibility. Well, let me tell you, life will not give you anything that you can't handle. Life will never give you anything you can't handle. Life will only give you the things that you can responsibly move forward. So out of integrity of that, out of entitlement of that, move them forward. Let them happen. See it through. And if you're still not there yet, find the right support to help you. Okay? In this moment, I am telling you, you are worthy. In this moment, I'm telling you, you can receive. In this moment, I'm telling you that you just have to say the word and you can be healed. I'm telling you that. But if you need more, there are options, right? Find someone that you can work with. Find a mentor that you resonate. Find someone that went viral in your eyes and talk to them, because very likely they're going to have a similar trajectory and similar ways to help you. One of the ways is through me. One of the ways is through my upcoming Dreammaker directory, which will have my all-stars that can help you. And another way is through Gabby Bernstein's Spirit Junkie Masterclass. You may have been seeing the buzz for the program. I was the very first person to sign up for it over 3 years ago. And I didn't realize what I was buying was a system that would empower me, a system that would make me feel worth it, a system that would uncover my fears around not being able to receive, that would make me see that years and years and years of being in the Catholic faith in the way that I was making me feel unworthy, was making me feel guilty, was making me feel sick at the fact that I could be entitled for doing what I'm meant to do, that I had to reach a certain rank or a certain level or certain financial milestone in order to finally feel like I was good enough, when that had nothing to do with it. That's the place that I was in. And so you can see why I needed that program. You can see why I needed that support. You can see why I needed to be elevated, because I have some really wicked, amazing natural gifts. And I know that you do too. And this is your time to unearth that. And so Spirit Junkie Masterclass is a great way to do that. It's through a digital setting. However, you get live support through me. There's 4 group calls, 2 group calls with Gabby. The modules, the way that they're filmed, it makes you feel like you're in the room. There's tons of guest speakers that you can connect with, relate to, and it's all in just one shiny platform. So you don't have to be searching everywhere, here, there, all over the place. How do I do this? How do I do that? I already know what I'm doing. I already know what I'm showing up for. So I'm going to use these tools that are in this package to help me, to enhance me, and then to kind of find how they can, elevate what I'm doing currently, or kind of enhance what I'm doing in some way or another, right? So it kind of can work in that fashion. But this isn't the time to keep going through the motions. This isn't the time to keep feeling like you're unworthy and keep waiting around for someone to validate you, because that's your role, that's your job. But what you need to do is allow yourself to be in the right opportunities, to be with the people that will support that and continue to allow you to undo that wiring that hasn't worked so you can redo the wiring that will. The cart is closing in like 3 hours. 3 hours, and then it's gone for like a year. So if you've been looking at the program, if it feels like it's really good for you, do it. I mean, one of the things I was just saying on my Instagram story is it bought me like some of my best friends, and it sounds silly. When I made that investment, I was making it because I knew that my business was asking for it. My business was ready for it. My soul was ready for it. and I was ready for, you know, Gabby and her teachings and all that. But then I met like the coolest people, and they are some of my closest friends, and that are just a phone call away when I need them, or a drive away when I need them. And it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to have these, because I can't think of my life without them. And so if you join this program, take advantage of the support, the community, post in the group and say, hey guys, I live in Oregon. Like, who else lives in Oregon? Like, let's meet in person, or let's have a virtual coffee date or something, so that you feel like you're getting some connection. You're getting it around the people that are in your court and that jive with you. It's really important. It's really important, because there are going to be times on this path that you are going to feel crazy, or you are going to be shot down to be like, oh, like, look at you. Like, who do you think you are? And that's when you're going to be like, yeah, I know who I think I am. And then your friends will rally around you and be like, yeah, I know who you are too. And I know you're really good at this. And I know you're meant to be doing this more than anybody else. And that's what you have to surround your life with. Because it's a lot harder if you don't. It's a lot harder doing this on your own. Even if you get to that space of feeling really worthy, really empowered, it's going to take a little bit of time. And so you want to make sure that you're setting up the right support and the right resources around you, so that you stay solid and you stay in alignment. Okay? The reason why the people that are going viral is because they are in a space of knowing what their natural gifts are, feeling worthy, and being open to receiving, knowing that if they show up, someone's going to come, right? When I first started doing classes, I was always in fear of nobody's going to show up. Right? I had this limiting belief around nobody's going to show up. I don't want to bother anybody. I show up for everybody else, but they don't show up for me. And I will say, in the beginning, only a couple people showed up, but I never had a class where nobody showed up. Never. Even when my business was like, I had like 14 people on my mailing list. I had an event and 2 people still showed up. So no matter what, people will show up for you, but you've got to show up for yourself first. And you've got to make the commitments, and you've got to make the investment, and you've got to make that willingness to step into what you're worthy of, what you're here to receive, and what your natural gift is. And if your natural gift is, well, you know what it is. You know what your natural gift is. So step into it. Be it. Embody it. And the rest will all come full circle. And the rest will all be magical. It really will. It's okay to talk about yourself. It's okay to feel worthy of what you're doing. It's okay to feel a little entitled around what it is that you create, because it's an honor. It's an honor to get to do the things that you love to do. It's an honor to get to participate in the things that you participate in. It's an honor to help the people in the ways that you help them. And just let it be that simple. So, Spirit Junkie Masterclass closes in less than 3 hours. Opt in. There's a refund if you don't like it, right? Like, hang out with it for a few days and you're just like, not for me. This is worse than mass. And you get a refund. You call it a day. Okay? And you just kind of clear your aura and move on with your life. Let it be that simple. And then you get my wicked bonuses. You get Gabby's wicked bonuses. It's awesome. Just do it and don't look back. And do it as a sign of your commitment to what you're stepping into, what you already are, and the worthiness that you allow to move through you. Because people will feel that. And that's when the floodgates open. And that's when you go viral. So I can't wait to see you go viral with me. I'm going to post the link to the program below if you're interested, just a few more hours, and reach out, message me if you have any questions. I'll be around. So feel free if you're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing, or if I should or if I shouldn't, or is this a good match for me? Is this right? Is this blah, 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 blah. Message me. I'm here for you. All right. Have a beautiful day, everyone.